sometimes when you hunt an area, you depend on your climbing tree stand to get you to the perfect spot. However, sometimes the tree that you find has branches or it's just not conducive for using a climber, so you have to use another climbing system like sticks or rails or steps, screw-in steps. There's many different ways to get up into a tree. And something I've had laying around were climbing sticks, and I've had them for years. And one of the problems with the climbing stick is they would come with a strap and a buckle, and I never felt comfortable with that buckle. That buckle would clang into things, and so I found some guys were using a rope modification. So these are an old pair of sticks that I took the strap and buckle off and modified it with the rope, as you will see later. And I used a Lone Wolf Versa button, which, by the way, these sticks didn't come with. These are an old pair of Gorilla climbing sticks. But they're very similar to the other sticks that are out there. So I converted it to a rope system, okay, which just one overhand knot, put it around the button and wrap it around the tree, and I'll demonstrate it later. The original straps that these sticks came with, they have a heavy buckle and they could clank. I found the rail system even more comfortable for me to climb, and I climb with more confidence using these rails. As you could hear, the original buckle could make quite a racket. And then what I did with the stick, I also did with the rail. My first choice for a fixed stand is an old lock-on stand. People around my age would be familiar with this, the lock-on tree stand, but it worked with one of these Chinese finger trap ropes around the tree. This one in particular is a small one. It weighs 8 pounds. I like to put the tree stand up on the ground a few times before I do it in the tree, because when you do it on the ground, whatever difficulties you have will be exponentially greater when you are in a tree 20 feet high. I'm sure the technology has advanced and there's better stuff out there. This is just so light. But I'm going to use this lineman's belt, and I have 2 ropes attached to it with 2 of these ascenders. This here is an ascender, This is 8mm utility rope. There's a hook here, or a metal D-ring that's welded and sewn into the strap. Alright, so when you're leaning against a tree, if you need a little more, you press this. Okay, holds it real nice. If you want to cinch yourself tighter against a tree, you pull it. Let me see if we could see it better this way. You pull it. Okay, so you press this thing and it releases it. A prusik knot is difficult for me to control because with a prusik knot, I need to use two hands. I need to take my hand from around the tree, hold the rope, and pull it and adjust it. With this, I could have my hand around the tree, my left hand, and I can control the length of the rope with this, okay, much more easily. So I find it to be safer, but I guess it's what you're used to and what you're proficient at is what you should stick to. This works for me. Well, hopefully somebody watching this that was wondering about this could have got some ideas. And if you have any good ideas for me, please leave a comment. With all the tree stand mishaps you hear, people climbing, especially people making that transition between their climbing sticks or rails or steps, however they get into their stand, onto their stand, and the injuries that happen, and some of them are pretty serious. Always better to be safe than sorry. As inexpensive as a lifeline and adding that second lineman's belt really, I believe, is a good little bit of insurance. And I'd rather fall against the tree with a lineman's belt than fall to the ground. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.